What's up? So what I think about Keith Sweat coming out saying that the modern women don't cook, the modern single women don't cook, don't clean, don't iron. It sounds like an R&B song that is leaning that you ain't gonna get no play. Well, he's entitled to his opinion, but some of these women ain't gonna want to hear it. He definitely got some blowback on social media. People dissed him, and some people gonna think he sound like an old, played out player who's trying to you know, I mean, how do I say this? There's points that are being valid on both sides of the coin about it, but there is a different era. I mean, if you grew up, how do I say it? If you grew up in the now era, the last 25 years with everything being done a certain way, it's not really geared to that certain mindset. But he came along in a different era where that but again, it's basically what is taught fundamentals, basically what is taught, natural progressions. There are still women out here who have those instincts. I think he's trying to find a old country girl, and I understand what he's trying to say, but the thing is that you're gonna offend some folk with that because they're like, well, why should I have to, you know, iron your old wrinkly behind self clothing and stuff? What kind of turkey message you saying, Keith? But he was probably much looking at what he sees as just basically stuff to be kept up a certain way. So it's interesting, but yeah, there's a lot of that going on where and some of it is gold diggers. Some of them don't want to do nothing. Some of them want to be pressed to doing stuff, and it's a combination of factors. I'm not gonna say that he all wrong, and I sure as heck ain't gonna say he all right. It all depends on how you're looking at it. But you know, some people are gonna take exception to it. Some gonna think that he's some like some. They're gonna think that he's narcissist and being one-sided and chauvinistic and so on. So some people are gonna come at him with that kind of take. Um, but there is definitely a different air that's on. Uh, with I mean, the hard and single women don't have to adhere to the rules and regulations that were so far set. But also with the technology and everything that's going on now, things are just different, you know. So sometimes it's okay to admit, hey man, this era ain't for you like that. I mean, you in this world, but you're not part of like that. And then of course it's the caliber of who you dealing with, what you want to deal with, how you want to deal with. So, but some people gonna look at him as some old played out player who's trying to find a young hot thing to wash some clothes, you know, to rinse out the lettuce in the sink. Put take care of the collards in the sink, not in the tub. And also to know how to fold and press on the ironing board, and make them home cooked meals, not the microwave meals. So but it depends on what your head looking for. But see, this is the thing. There are women out here who are like that, and I'm sure that if he really takes the time and don't just say all, they're bound to be. But again, cats coming in with expectations, you bound to get your feelings hurt. But I'm just saying, but it definitely made for interesting divide. Keith Sweat going in on modern women, and he got clapped back. And some people gonna say, well, he's out his element. Some people gonna co-sign. It all depends on where you look at it. But let me know what you think about in the thoughts in the comments. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.